So next week in MLB Show 21, we get our first set of monthly awards. These are cards they come out with every single month. They're usually free to earn, and you can use them on your squad, especially if you're a no money spent player. These players are really good. And one thing we're going to do today is we're going to go out there and we're going to take a guess on what these cards look like. I made a whole bunch of card art and things like that for what I think the cards could be. And we're going to go take a guess, see which players we think we're going to get. Am I going to be right? Maybe not. But you know, we're going to go out there, we're going to try. Let's discuss the monthly awards and see who we can get. Let's get into it. YouTube, what is going on? We are back with another video. In case you are brand new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are uploading daily MLB The Show tips and things like that to help you all get better at the game. So, if you want to get better at MLB The Show, there is a tip video on the channel for you. Make sure you check it out. Look for things that will help you maybe get better at hitting, pitching, things like that. Also, we are streaming every day on Twitch at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you want to come hang out, watch us play BR, ranked, any of the online game modes and things like that, or just in general discuss more of the monthly awards with us, make sure you swing by the Twitch channel down below. It is a fun time to hang out with all of us, and it's a party over there. Without keeping any longer, let's just get right into the monthly awards. So a couple things before we get into this. First of all, these are my guesses. Is this actually going to happen? Not sure. I'm taking guesses on who I think had great months and who I think would just fit the mold in terms of years past of getting a monthly card. Usually with how the monthly awards have worked, players that get monthlies are usually players that don't get other versions of cards. You know, maybe they're players who they have a great month, but the chance of them having a very good year and get like a finest card or some other boosted card by the end of it are very slim. It's almost like Topps now, where they try to choose players that aren't the superstars in the league, but, you know, have a great game or so, but except over the span of the month. So a lot of these rewards you'll see are players who may not get other flashbacks and other cards in the game, who may not have previously been super good, but had just like a great month of April. Also, by the way, I did make all these card arts in Photoshop. I'm not sure this is how it will look in game, but I decided to make a little creative design, and I think, you know, this is something very plausible what the card design could look like. But, you know, is it going to actually be this way? Probably not. But I did just put these together on Photoshop, and I think it looks like a cool little design. Other than that, I think that is it. If there's anyone I'm missing who you think deserves a monthly card, make sure you comment it down below. I would love to keep discussing this down in the comment section below. Let's talk about these cards now and my guesses. So my first guess is Cedric Mullins on the Orioles. He hit 340. That's really what is making this card a viable guy to get a monthly card. He hit 340 this month. As a Yankee fan, he absolutely crushed the Yankees, man. Obviously, the homer and RBI numbers aren't crazy. The 340 batting average is very impressive, and he is a good part of that young Orioles rebuild core that they're getting going there. And he has absolutely been doing solid this year. And, you know, for a little 85 diamond, he could even be a gold if they do add golds to this one, but I like to hope that they're going to do all diamonds for the monthly awards, but we'll see how that goes. Cedric Mullins is my first guess. My second guess is Nick Solak on the Rangers. He is like third year playing now, and he never has been anything too crazy, but this year he is 7 homers in April. 7 homers. Where did this come from? No idea. But you know, a second baseman with some pop. This card kind of reminds me of, say, that old Jonathan Scope card that we would get. He'd probably be something somewhat similar to that. Maybe they would give him a little bit better defensive attributes. I'm not sure, but the power stroke for Nick Solak has been there, so this card is definitely a very plausible monthly card. I think more likely than Cedric Mullins, just because Nick Solak has been doing pretty well so far this month. 7 homers is more of an eye-popping number, I would say. My next guess is Trevor Rogers. He's starting pitcher for the Marlins. 3-1 record and a 1.29 ERA. Just in general, he's been, you know, kind of slinging it. 3-1 record is pretty solid. 1.29 ERA is very impressive, and he is a rookie or a very young guy. I don't know if he's a rookie, but he is a very young pitcher who hasn't had much success, and, you know, we could definitely use starting pitching at this point in the year, and, you know, maybe he has a little bit of a quirky release. I'm not sure, but I would like to guess that he gets a monthly card based on how he's pitched. I didn't even know he was pitching as well until I went to MLB.com and was looking through the players, and I was like, oh, this guy's having a little bit of a sleeper month right here. This one, I think, is even more of a dominant starting pitcher. Christian Javier. This guy has had a nasty month, 3-0 record in 4 starts, 0.87 ERA, and 26 Ks in 20 innings. I think he had a killer month And this card would be like an 89, 90 overall card. And also he had a postseason card last year as well, I believe. And he seems to be a solid little young guy for the Astros, even though I hate the Astros. This guy had a great month. And I think the only thing holding him back from getting a monthly card is the only 20 innings pitched. I think a lot of pitchers would have maybe had near 30 at this point, having like 5 starts. But he only started 4 games, but he did great in all 4 of those. So definitely a viable monthly card starting pitcher option. Okay, this monthly card, this guess I think is a very legitimate one. This is absolutely a card we can see, but also it's kind of scary. If you guys know Emmanuel Class A, he throws a 100-mile-per-hour cutter. Yes, a 100-mile-per-hour cutter. His bronze card has outlier on a cutter. In real life, that's like his nastiest pitch. He throws 100 miles per hour for a cutter of all pitches. And if you look at his numbers for the month, he had a 0 ERA, 4 saves, and 12 strikeouts in 10 1/3 innings, which was absolutely filthy. I think another reliever we could get, I didn't make a card for, is Alex Reyes. He also had 4 saves and a 0 ERA. Either one of them could get boosted cards. They've both been great relievers, and you know, Manuel Class A here would be like absolutely disgusting in this game. Honestly, I would low-key be scared to face this card on Hall of Fame. My next guess is Freddie Peralta on the Brewers. He had a 3-0 record, 2.25 ERA. Really, what's taking this card to the next level is 45 Ks in 28 innings. He's striking out a lot of hitters. He has been actually filthy for the Brewers this season. I would like to guess out of anyone on that team, it would be him. He has pitched pretty well, and I think he got a nice little attribute boost in the roster update too, so you could absolutely get another diamond starting pitcher out of Freddie Peralta here. My final guess before the big lightning guy is Wilson Contreras. This one, I was looking at more and more, and I started to believe less and less. It's because, you know, he hasn't been super impressive. When I was making a little stat line on the bottom there, I saw he was hitting like 260 or something. I was like, I don't want to put that in the bottom. Like, that's not too impressive. But you know, he does have 7 homers. I'm pretty sure he's leading all catchers in the league with homers. Wilson Contreras, I don't think, from my knowledge, has gotten a boosted card ever. If he has, it hasn't been too crazy. And you know, maybe this is the time for him to get a boosted card. You know. Now, the final guess. The Lightning Boy, the big boy of the month. There are a few options that have been discussed the most. Ronald Acuna, Byron Buxton, Corbin Burns, and one more guy who I think is actually the Lightning card. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I think if anyone is going to get the Lightning card for this first month, it's going to be Vlad Jr. And let me quickly explain to you why I think that. First of all, he hit 350 this month, which is absolutely bonkers for someone starting every day. 7 homers is one of the top homer numbers in the league. 20 RBIs is one of the top numbers in the league. And an 1153 OPS is amongst like the top 3 hitters. I think the only guys who had better were basically JD Martinez and Mike Trout, if I recall correctly. So Vlad has been absolutely killing it this month. That is a big thing. Second of all, he is a hitter. I don't think we're going to get a pitcher out of the monthly awards. Usually they don't like to do pitchers. That's because, you know, pitchers are good, but, you know, you're only using 1 every 5 starts. At the start of the year here, I think SCS knows it would be more valuable to have a big bet. And finally, to compare to the guys like Buxton and Acuna, now Buxton is a diamond. He's an 87 overall. And Ronald Acuna has a live series diamond that's a 91 now, I think. And if you look at the first monthly program in years past, usually the card is like a 93 overall. It's probably going to be in that low 90 range. If it's not going to be a 93, it'll be like a 94, 95. And just compare the overall of that card to, say, Ronald Acuna. Live Series Acuna is a 91. That kind of doesn't make sense to make a boosted card. You know, you have the Live Series card, which is a low 90. And then you have the monthly award diamond, which is also a low 90. So I think Ronald Acuna is at a table, and especially Byron Buxton now that he's an 87. Again, the difference between that card and a low diamond is probably negligible. So if you guys like the cards I made, if you like this discussion, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I really enjoyed doing this. If you guys like this, we'll definitely do this again for the next month in the monthly awards. Comment down below if there's anyone else you think should be in a monthly award program that I missed. If you disagree, agree, everything like that, drop in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Deuces.